Yeah.
All right, we're back for our unofficial third podcast. Lost the second podcast in a vat of bourbon and scotch and lost it. So this is the second one being maybe recorded. On the casting couch, we got PJ, and in the Dunder Mifflin warehouse, we got Mo getting ready to go fishing tomorrow. So we're gonna keep these quicker. You know, the first one got like almost 100 views. So I mean, getting pretty big. Also, my review got 122. Yeah.
Second one would have got at least 105.
At least. My nipper review, which is funny to say, also sounds like nipple, got 122. I mean, we're gonna be superstars. So today we're gonna talk about.
You should do the nipper review from the casting couch.
It's working its way through college. So today, Mo and PJ hit up Boone twice. Had pretty good trip. Got some pictures and some video we can even flash in this thing if we can get it to record this. I don't want to get too fancy where I delete everything. And then Mo hit some shad fishing and stripers and going striper fishing tomorrow. So PJ, why don't you start off and hit up a little bit of what happened in Boone and how the fishing was, you know, Western North Carolina mustard style fishing.
Mustard style, Lexington style.
Mustard.
Catch it based. Yeah, so what was it, like mid to late March, Mo, when we went up?
Yes, the first trip was mid to late March.
Yeah, so mid late March we went up. Mornings, you know, up to that point, over the winter, mornings had been pretty unproductive, and it was pretty much just, you know, afternoons on sunny, warm days. The fish would liven up a little bit, but we went out early in the morning. It was pretty chilly, but that week leading up to
it was about 34 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold. But Teddy's like sending us videos of literal frozen rivers, so I feel bad talking about how cold it is.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. Out by glaciers. But yeah, we went out early in the morning. We hooked up on fish in the morning.
All nymphs, pretty much.
Yeah,
nymphing the whole time.
Nymphing. Yeah, everything was nymphing. Yep. I don't think either of us put a dry fly on ever, did we?
I tried in the evening.
Okay.
When we started seeing some fish surface in the evening closer to the cabin. At Bugles Bluff.
Yeah. So
other names that no one can actually find.
Right.
Yes,
so
seems appropriate.
Our Boone trip was so successful that we came up with names of fishing holes because we kept catching fish in different spots. So Mo had the bright idea of coming up with names. So the most productive and famous one by far so far is Copper Run. So we went downstream, I don't know, a quarter of a mile or so, maybe half a mile, and got below it's a wider for that river, a wider section of the river below some quick water, and it deepens out real quick, and it's deep all the way across.
Yeah.
And we stayed there for 2 or 3 hours, and we probably caught 15, 20 fish just in that spot. So
it's awesome. Yeah. So double nymph rigs pretty much the whole time. What kind of flies are you guys hitting them on?
Yeah, so we were trying out different things, and then Mo was catching them. His double nymph rig was a Prince nymph attractor, and then a smaller Copper John behind that, and he started slaying them there, and so that's exactly what I put on, and then the rest is history. So
the Prince nymph was pretty big. Was probably maybe a 14 with a pretty big bead head on it to get up. And then the Copper John, probably an 16 or an 18. Copper John 16, probably PJ.
Yeah, and we had from the indicator to the Prince nymph probably, I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet maybe.
Yeah.
Plenty of line below the indicator to get down. It was a pretty fast section with a lot of deep. I mean, we were above our hips in the water, fishing into deeper water. So a lot of
and
water.
Were you guys waiting? Do you have weight on the line too, or only using the fly weight?
Just the flies. Yeah. Yeah.
And definitely it was interesting too, because there was some riffles at the top of the pool, and then the water kind of it was a big pool below these riffles, and the water would kind of calm down, of course, towards the back of the pool, and the different types of strikes you'd get up at the top of the pool versus down the bottom of the pool. More rainbow up in the riffles, very aggressive, hit it as soon as it hits the water, versus smaller browns towards the back in the slower waters. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, rainbows a lot of times will be heavier in riffles than brown trout, or brown trout will, stick deeper holes. But if you've got like a riffle run that's dumping into a big hole, I think, as you guys keep fishing that spot in the later spring and early summer, I got to bet early morning and evening you could have like a nice hatch and really find something nice in there. And then, PJ, you and me were talking about maybe whipping a mouse pattern through that big hole there in the middle of the night one night. I think could definitely get something huge brown maybe popping out of there. I mean, you got and then you went up by yourself, right, P, and caught. You got a couple really nice fish, couple really big fish.
Yeah, I actually went up with my dad. But we went back to that same spot. So because we caught all those fish the first time on Copper Johns, we named that spot Copper Run. So I just, we went straight to, me and my dad, we went straight to Copper Run. The Copper Johns weren't hitting that time, but I put on like a Euro style hot butt pheasant tail.
Yeah.
And it was weird. So I had, usually I got my yarn indicator, and the yarn usually goes straight down when I have a strike. I had one strike where the yarn started going, it went under the water, but it was going upstream. And I missed that one, and then it came back around again, and I got that one, and that was the nicest rainbow that I got. I don't know if that's common for bigger fish or if that's just by chance, but I think they were going straight upstream.
Maybe an aggressive take. You know what I mean? You're so used to either a lighter take or you use a lot of New Zealand yarn, right, for your indicator, which is much more subtle. You can pick up a much more subtle strike. So that may have been a regular bobber strike, for using that yarn.
Right.
But that's a nice fish. I got a picture. We'll put it up here, so you can see that. So so nice Boone trips. Really getting into the spring fishing up there. I think I don't know. I got to get down there. I got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Out of here.
I told you, Ted, but we're heading back again. May, what is it? 23, PJ?
21st.
21st.
21st. On May 24th, hopefully maybe I'll actually have something fun to talk about. I'm going to Rangeley, Maine, that's like open season then, for brook trout. And then the very next week I got a float trip on the Catskills on the Delaware, that June 2nd or 3rd. So hoping to have something there. Yeah, I've been fishing. I fished the bat and kill on the New York side all winter, and I'll put some video up of that, through, like PJ said, through snowstorms, moving iceberg. I have fished my guts out trying to catch a fish this spring, but it has been a cold, slow spring in New York. I think just now the Catskills are starting to heat up. I texted a couple of people or Instagram a couple of people down there that I follow and the guides that we've used before, and it's just now starting to get some fish on there. I mean, today's May 5th. Last couple of weeks it's been crazy windy. We had a lot of rain, so I've been fishing nymphs. I've lost a lot of flies. I have been on bottom just dredging around trying to find a fish, and I just haven't hooked up. So it's been a slow spring. And then Sunday I hit a pond that has trout in it up here with the kayak, and I think I sent you guys a video. It was a huge midge hatch. It was probably hard to see, but like there were thousands of midge on the water. Not a rise, and I wasn't fishing dry. I was underneath trying to see it, nothing, but it'll start picking up. The water temperature was right at 50 on that pond, so I know it was colder underneath. I was just on the surface, but it's going to start getting here soon if we can get out of the rain. So hopefully I'll have something good. So when you guys are back in Boone, I'll be in Maine that week, and we can swap stories, and it'll happen. It'll catch. So then after that, Mo, you went shad fishing, which I don't even know what a shad is, so you could probably school me on what's shad.
Oh God!
No
off
fishing
the cuff.
Off the cuff. Please.
There's probably a rim shot sound I could put in here. So tell us a little bit about that. And striper fishing, you're getting rug up in the warehouse there to go striper fishing tomorrow morning as you cried about having to get up early to go fishing. Boo-hoo.
I know.
So why don't you give us a quick update on the shad fishing, where you were at lately and what you're doing there with striper fishing.
And your shiny new Orvis hat.
My shiny new Orvis hat. Yeah, so
I got an Orvis hat. Hook us up, Orvis.
The Raleigh Orvis store has been helping me get rigged up properly for some shad and striper runs here. But out of Weldon, North Carolina, the Roanoke River, and I went shad fishing in March also. There's a shad run where they run up to spawn in the river. People think of shad as bait normally, but the hickory shad and American shad actually get anywhere from 18 to 30 or 18 to 25 inches long. So on a 5-weight rod, it's a lot of fun. And you have to hit it at the right, if they're there, they're there. And if they're not, they're not. And same thing with stripers. Stripers come about a month later. Had a great day shad fishing, had a not so great day striper fishing. Gonna try stripers again tomorrow. And maybe, so I'm rigging up my 8-weight right now.
8-weight, you got full sink, 350 grain to the bottom. Have fun whipping that shit around all day.
Make sure you stretch beforehand.
Yeah, big river, fast water, big flies.
Yeah,
and the stripers are down deep.
Can you show us a fly that you're going to be using?
For sure.
Did you get a sex dungeon dragon? Oh, one of those cool ones. Have those filthy casting couch names.
I have one called Swingin' D, which I thought you'd like.
You know, how could I not like
Swingin' D?
Yeah,
sure
you
that's
heard
what
right.
it's called. I might have made that up.
That's what it's called now.
That fly's about 4 inches long.
Oh, I see why they call it that.
I can't remember what that one is. Here's one of the articulating flies that I had to cut the back hook off. Single hook, no barbless single hook kind of situation. This is the
I always sees the garage door right now. And your ass.
And your humpback.
There you go. Look at this bad boy.
I love it.
Jeebus.
I love purple and black.
It is the size. It's basically a shad that I was catching the month before.
Check our Instagram pictures of the shad.
You gotta follow the Insta.
Yeah, a bunch of articulating 2 hooks.
So you're broke from buying giant streamers.
Yeah.
Can't
this
be
is $8.
$8
that I cut the hooks, the back hook off of.
Gotta stay legal.
Yeah. So the other crazy thing to think about, 9-foot 5X leader when we go up to Boone and trout fish.
Yeah.
This is my leader when I go striper fishing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the 5X ain't gonna cut it.
No. No. So we're talking about potentially a 36-inch fish that is a saltwater fish that wants to run.
It came from the damn ocean.
Yeah.
Love it.
So didn't see one last week. See if we see one this week. Well, we caught one, but not on the fly. We caught one on minnow, but anyway.
Well, awesome. Well, take pictures.
Yeah, we're
waiting. Check out the False Cast Instagram.
GoPro running all the time on this boat, by the way.
Oh, so I love it.
Nice.
Live video if we get one.
Nice.
Of course, it probably won't record like the podcast. Don't
probably
record.
Not. It'll just be like your boots. Be like, look at the size of this. It's a good video. Shout out to the Raleigh Orvis store where you either stole or borrowed a rod and bought $1,000 worth of gear this week.
I think I've returned the favor, but definitely they loaned me some gear. They loaned me some gear to get me going, get me hooked, so to speak.
Oh,
a second dad
bad joke.
Is it a podcast or a puncast?
End podcast.
And oh wait, and before we go, I have a delicious, very delicious Cloud Surfer from Trophy Brewing here, local.
Out of the
local
kegerator.
Raleighwood. I'm drinking I'm trying to finish up another bottle of Buffalo Trace so I can get into some other stuff. So
we're treating
the
water at Buffalo Trace now.
Oh, how's about that?
It's awesome.
I got the old best bang for the buck stand by Elijah Craig.
Very nice. Very nice. We always got to end with we got whiskeys and we got tunes. So I know you all were going back and forth. And PJ, you were telling me about what you were listening to, but I got a hot take. If you know it, I'm going to be pissed, but I want to go last.
All right.
What you listening to, P?
I got a throwback for y'all.
All right, I'll take a throwback.
I texted you guys about this, but I discovered recently Black Pumas, and that song Colors. I listen to it every day. It is awesome.
It's an awesome song. That's a great song.
Stone cold groove for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Love that song.
You can get in the middle. You can get on the backside of it. Come to the side.
All around.
Everywhere. It's right there. It's a great song. Mr. Mo
Successfully respooled this 350.
I don't know why you have that's a conversation offline about all that, but yeah, what are you listening to?
Did you not want to see my sand bucket that I used to?
I love that you were going over the kid's sand bucket to put the line on, but put that on the Instagram. Million hits.
Patented method. Anyway, I have been listening on over and over again to Nirvana Unplugged.
Ooh.
I was listening to a bunch of Nirvana a couple weeks ago too. It's nice to there's no sadness to it, right? Nothing bad ever happened.
Yeah,
It's great.
not like I think I was a bad day of fishing and I down in a hole, which I also listened to Alice in Chains Unplugged.
I was gonna say
there you go.
Two good MTV Unplugged sets. MTV Unplugged is really good too.
One reminded me of the other. I don't know if I remember the order.
Yeah. All right, here's my hot take. Ready? What I'm listening to?
Oh my God.
The Canadian Johnny Cash, Coulter Wall. You ever hear of him?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Yes,
all right.
I do. I like Coulter Wall.
Deep into the Coulter Wall, like a lot.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot, not just the one track, The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie, which I also learned to play quick because I like it so much. But there's a lot there, especially if you got any Canadian roots, Mo, where they talk about Mr. Toronto Man and the RCMP, and I liked it a lot. So I've been listening to a lot of that this week.
I got to tell you,
country and western.
Country. We listen to both kinds of music. when I went fishing last, I had my Blue Jays shirt on, and I was
classic fishing gear.
Yeah, so I was like, I hope there's a picture worth posting in my Blue Jay. Teddy would be so proud of me.
Yeah, I love it. Back-to-back champs, 92, 93. Don't forget it. Put it on
Joe
the wall.
Carter, my hero.
That's right. Don't talk about Robbie Alomar. There's some bad shit there. But Joe Carter, don't forget that stuff.
Juan Guzman.
Just think about Devon White. I got the Johnny Oliverud with his funny hat. Get a brain aneurysm. Look it up. Look it up, kids. Sweet swing.
Facts here.
That's right. Kelly Gruber played third base.
I'm not sure we've incorporated sports into this podcast yet.
We have not. We're not that good at that, really. It's not NC State sports, but Dave Winfield was on one of them teams too.
Honestly, what sports would we talk about that we're fans of?
The college footballs.
Yeah.
Which goes well. So that's it. I think that's pretty concise. Good. The next thing we're probably going to talk about is we're wasting a lot of time. Time looking at used fly rods. More time than any of us should admit on the internet.
This is
Given this is all borrowed 8-way gear here, if I'm gonna need to actually purchase something eventually. Shout out to my buddy Chandler.
I don't know how Teddy P has not blocked me yet, because I text him 38,000 times a day.
You can block people on text messages?
I knew I could do that.
Google text. No shit. Look at that. You can block people. We'll tease. I mean, Mo lost something. He was trying to buy something on the interwebs on Facebook. I was looking at the Moses's staff, the Winston IM6, which honest to God, no shit, keeps me up at night thinking about how stupid I am that someone got the best deal on earth. So we'll start talking about that here too. So Mo, go hit some stripers. We're gonna have some nice pictures, and we'll actually get this more than once every 2 months probably when we keep it nice and short. That's it. That's the second podcast if it recorded and makes it. So hit us up on the Instagram, Falsecast, and we're out.
Boom.
Boom. Later.